I want to thank everyone for upgrading to the one-year membership, and for those that are current course members, welcome back. I wanted to do the video just to show you how I look at charts and how I do chart work, and then how to find possible trades. What I want to show you first is a chart of the S&P, and you will see this in the daily tomorrow. But as far as me drawing it out, this should give you a better idea of how I do a little bit of chart work. Since all of the indices are kind of like in the same trading pattern, we'll just cover the S&P real quick, and then I'll go over some charts with you. As you can see, I'm on stock charts, and what you want to do, this is a free site. This is what I use for all the charts. Just click on the S&P, click on the chart, and then you'll see the daily and weekly action. And then you'll see that I pulled some of the 200-day moving averages. I talk about those, and then the 40-week moving average. So real quick, we'll just do a daily snapshot of the S&P. This is a one-year chart. As you can see, we probably need to go a little bit further out, because as we've come up and then come back down, I want to see how far it can go below 1200. So you want to come down here, and where it says fill in chart, you can make it 2 years, 3 years, or even more. But for now, I just want to do the 2 year, and then we're going to do a weekly bar. Okay. That didn't work. Let's see. Here we go. Let's try this again. Okay, this will be the chart you see Monday morning. So what I want to do is kind of copy it and bring it over here and show you how I draw it up. Okay, let me zoom in real quick, give you a better picture here. Okay, the first thing I want to do is draw the uptrend lines. I'll do them in green, try to keep everything the same. Let's try this. So the first line I want to draw is from back here. As you can see, we're going to go about to 1375, and you can see this clear break right in here around the 1350 level. That's what really got this market selling to the downside. Then we're going to come over here. Let me just check real quick the coordinates. Okay, as you can see, we're going to go from here. And we're going to go kind of right through here, this uptrend line. And if I can circle this for you, you'll probably see it a little bit better. Yeah. All right. There's a break, and there's the other break. And then on the way up, we kind of broke this longer term uptrend line. The purple one is the shorter uptrend line. The green one is the longer term uptrend line. But I think on the charts and the daily, both of these are green. But I kind of want to distinguish the difference. From here, again, let's look at the break below 1350, and then kind of what we talked about, which came. The S&P just pretty much followed what we talked about last week, and it just broke down. So there's going to be the 1350 break, and then we said that we could probably test 1300. And I talked about in the newsletter how we closed one day on 1324, which is a perfect clue, and then which led me to believe we would test 1300, and here we are. So this is kind of what you'll see on the charts. I've also got another line, I think, Let me go ahead and check this. Hey, blue. I think I've got another line coming out from down here, which is going to give us that 11.8 target, which would be, I'm sorry, I was thinking of the Dow, but kind of around 1225, 1200. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Let me see. Let me go ahead and highlight this for you. This right here, this right here should match what I drew on for the charts on Monday. Yeah, it's a little bit right above 1250. So this is what the S&P looks like, but what I think could happen is that we could get a bounce. If we don't test 1275 or 1250 first, then we're going to get a bounce to 1325 or 1350, and that's their counter trend rally. Futures are up tonight, so I'll show you how to look at those. But let's get into the other trades I want to show you. Okay, I mentioned futures were up, and if you type in, if you go to Yahoo Finance and then type in futures here in the search box, FUTURES, just go to the one that says Bloomberg here. So you would click on Bloomberg, or you could actually watch Bloomberg, which is what I'm doing now. But you'll see right here the markets are showing like they're going to open higher on Monday morning. The Dow futures are up 48, and the NASDAQ futures are up a dozen. You can always check this after the market closes or before the market opens, and this will kind of give you an idea on how the market's going to open. Okay, the other thing I like to show new traders is earnings, but earnings are tricky to play. Most of the time it depends on sentiment, if they beat estimates or if they came in short or things of that nature. So to get a look at what companies are reporting earnings for the week, just type in earnings calendar from the Yahoo Finance page, and it'll give you a kind of like a list of what's coming up each day. Let's see here. This earnings. Okay, as you can see, like for Monday, you got Campbell Soup, and then you can go down and look at the list. Again, you're going to have to do some research on these. Kind of like what the analysts expect, if they're going to meet or beat, and if they're going to raise. And it also depends on the current market environment. Like last week, I listed a lot of put trades like earnings that we didn't really follow through with because the portfolio is pretty packed with trades. But as we closed half positions, we're going to be looking for new ones. So this is what kind of how I get in the zone of looking for new trades. Now, one company I've been watching, as you'll see here, Best Buy is going to announce on Tuesday. So, to me, it's a store that's behind the concept as far as the internet and stuff like that. And with their store closing and the store closings, I think they're just going to be more than what people expect. And then the fiasco with the CEO. So I'm looking to short Best Buy. I believe it's around 18, and I think it could go to 10. So what I'm looking to do is probably play July or August options. Yep, it's at 18. And as you can see right here, it's near its 52-week low. So when they announce on Tuesday, there's a chance they're going to bounce, but it just depends. Which also, if they do announce a good report, the trend is still lower for Best Buy. So, there could be a bounce to 20, which we'll do some chart work here in a minute. But I want to look at some options that are longer term out, beyond June. So the first thing I would do would come to July, which they kind of don't have. I'll have to check my brokerage account, but it doesn't look like they have a whole lot listed here. I don't know why Yahoo does this, but we'll look at some Septembers. Maybe on the watch list I'll list some July calls. But just for now, as you can kind of see, the September 15s are going for $1.10, and then the 14s are 66. Now, to me, I think Best Buy could hit single digits, but that's a little aggressive. So let's say 10 or 12. If I get this 14 option here, the put, and Best Buy goes to 12, then it's going to be worth $2. Okay, that means the options would be, let's see, probably 200%. Because you're getting them at 65 cents, and like I said, if they go to 2, you're going to make pretty good money. If they go to 13, they'll be worth $1. So you would almost still double your money with this. You would probably make a little bit over 50%. So we've already got some of the options we're looking at. Like I said, the Septembers are cheap. If you wanted to be aggressive, you could look at the June puts. A 10% move, puts shares near 20 or down near 16. So if you wanted to do the June options, we could look at the 17s or the 16s, which are also around 65 cents. So this would be the aggressive trade to look at the June 16s. You would buy these on Monday, and in hopes of Best Buy disappointing again, closing more stores, and then hopefully the stock moving lower. So let's go check the chart real quick. Again, we're looking at the June 16s, and then we're looking at the September 14s. So let's look at the chart and see how low Best Buy could go. Alright, so we would go back to stock charts, and then we would just kind of get up the chart here for Best Buy. So BBY, and I've got a 2-year chart, and as you can see, Best Buy is below its 52-week lows, and it's 2 years low. So what we want to do is just bring up a longer term chart. Let me see if I can do this here. Let's see. All right, I might have to go to the weekly charts here. Bear with me. I don't know why that happened, but because you can go 20 years back with the stock charts here. So let's see. 3 years. We'll do this real quick. I think you got to do 3 years, and then after it updates, you can do it again. As you can see, Best Buy is even at 3-year lows. So why didn't this let me do this? Okay, I found it. Alright, it's the, let's go here. Then we do that, click update. Now it should give me a, alright, we'll go back to 2000. Update. Ay, ay, ay. Is Best Buy that bad off? Let's see. That's only a 2-year chart. Hold on, folks. I'm sorry. This is taking me forever. Okay. I apologize for it, folks. I tried to work it, but obviously, if you want to go further back in stock charts, you got to pay for the membership. And unfortunately, the computer I'm working on doesn't have it on this computer. So we're going to just go to Yahoo real quick, and then I will update this computer, and next time we should be good to go. So as you can see here, I've got a chart up on Yahoo. I think I can work it differently to show you like some bar lines and stuff, but this should be good enough. Let me just check real quick. Bar. There we go. Let's see if I can do candle. Alright, this kind of looks like stock charts, so this is another alternative, I guess. Anyway, let's get this in the paint and break it down. Okay, as you can see, 20 looks to be major multi-year support going back towards before 2005. So let's get that on the chart real quick. Alright, so there's 20. Now as you can see, we're kind of on the verge of breaking down. I call it single digits, but you know, let's target a move to 10. Let's see. This is where I think the stock could go, which is why we kind of looked at September options. Yeah, that's the 10 level. As you can see, I've got support there, support there, and then there's support up here, which is kind of like that 12 to 13 range I was talking to you about. So these are my assumptions for Best Buy. Let's just see if I can draw one more line real quick here. And it kind of looks like you can see this break right here on this uptrend, which happened over above 30. So once shares broke through 30, you can see the progressive move down towards 20, and then we're hoping these right here, these little blue lines, these are probably earnings. So the chances are that Best Buy could announce another lousy quarter. If you wanted to, you could take both the Junes and the Septembers. But that is the first trade that I'm going to put on the watch list probably Monday night or Tuesday morning. So I don't have them on there now, but I wanted to show you how I come up with trades, which is why you upgraded. Okay, the next trade I want to show you real quick is kind of gold. One of the good ways to play gold is the GLD, and I gas because I've been kind of buying silver a little bit above 30, and now that's at 28. And I'm only doing that kind of just to diversify my holdings. But as far as gold, I haven't bought yet because I've played options all my life. But there's part of me that wants to start saving gold and silver coins just in case the dollar just is worthless in 20 years or something, or you know, you never know. But that's a whole nother video. So to me, I think gold could probably go to 1450, maybe 1475 before there is a bounce. So you could play the GLD here, um, and you could look at the longer term options. For me, I would probably look at the January options. Um, if you there's some out there that say gold can go back to 2,000 by the end of the year. 1,800 is kind of my prediction. So this would put the gold shares near 180. So as you can see, these options are still a little expensive, but they're kind of give you more time because they're leaps. So if you think gold's going to rally, you could come down here and buy some of these calls. But I would probably wait till we get into June. Um, let's see, the 180s here. They're about $3 in the 178, 179 range. If we came out till August, I just think we're kind of pushing it a little too close as far as time. So, these are a little bit cheaper. They're in the dollar range, 50 cents. So you could play some of these, but you would have to go down the call chain a little bit down near the price here, to play a better move in gold, because I think it's going to be volatile, and it's just not one of my favorite trades, even though I get asked about it a lot as far as option trades. But personally, I've just been, like I said, I've been kind of just buying it here and there. But I am looking at some option trades for the gold. I just wanted to kind of show you this real quick to keep this in the back of your mind, because it's not one of my favorite trades right now. The other trade I'm going to put on the watch list, it's probably a financial. I know we went long a couple financial names a few months ago, E-Trade and Bank of America. We had done well with those early in the year, and I kind of didn't trust the financials, which is why you kind of saw me take a July call and a January call, and then with E-Trade it was a July call, but that's back under 10. It's always a speculation stock on as far as getting taken over, but that trade's probably not going to come back unless there is a buyout. So with the JP Morgan fiasco, I thought about buying some puts a couple weeks ago, because the losses are probably going to be a little bit more than 2 million. They could be upwards of 5 billion. But one of my favorite stocks is short in the financial sector would be Citigroup. And let's look at the chart real quick. Okay, this is a 1-year chart. As you can see, it looks like we could come down and test 24, 22. So let's go ahead and bring up the 2-year chart. That kind of shows where this double bottom is right here, and then we bounced up. Now, if they come back down and go below 22, you want to load up. This is where they did this reverse stock split. So, whenever you do that, and reverse stock splits, we don't trust, which is why you can see shares have come back down from 50. If we look at the 5-year chart, let's see here. This might give a better description. Yeah, we'll have to guesstimate on this because Yahoo doesn't have some prices here. So let's throw it in a chart real quick. Let's see. Okay. Now that we have this on the paint here, let's see if we can draw some lines. Let's see, this will be 22. Kind of about right there. as you can see, shares are getting ready to break below major support. And then we got this huge dip, fear factor back in 2009, late 2008, where we just kind of, well, Citigroup just kind of tumbled. So if this happens over here, it looks like, I'm not going to say it's going to test 10. Let's just take half of that and go to 15, which would be, let's just take half of that. Right there. So if shares fall below 22, there is really no support right in here. As you can see, there's nothing to stop it from actually going to 10, but we won't go that low. Let's just see what we can do for as far as the options. So again, wait for a break below 22 or even 20, and then we'll see what kind of profits we can make here. I'm sure they've announced earnings. I don't even know why I said that, but yeah. So they're not announcing earnings, so we don't have that to worry about. Let's look at some options real quick. You can trade weekly options on Citigroup, which is why they have the May chains listed here. We could look at the Junes real quick. A test down to 22, 24. Yeah, these options are pretty cheap. So to play a June option, just for Citigroup to test 22, would cost you 50 cents. Since Greece and all that's coming up probably mid-June, we talked a lot about that in the weekly wrap, the euro versus the dollar, the Greece situation, which we touch on the daily. So let's go a little bit further out, maybe to July. As you can see, the 22 puts here are $1. So if Citigroup went to 20, these options would be worth 2, so they would be a double. If you wanted to do the July 20s for 65 cents, you can see volumes building. Let's see if I can highlight that right here. And you can see on Friday, sorry about that. You can see here on Friday these July 17s were pretty active, almost 7,000 contracts traded, and they're going for 27 cents. So we're going to add these options to the watch list probably Tuesday or Wednesday. So that's the first 2 trades, like I said, would be Best Buy. You would have to get on that on Monday. Monday before the close, but the Citigroup trade, we'll look to scale into that if there is a counter trend rally. Hopefully these stocks, Best Buy might test 20, or Citigroup might run back to 25, 26. That's it for now. I kind of made this video almost a half hour, but again, I want to thank everybody for upgrading your membership, and I want to thank those of you who have been waiting for my next video to come out. I've just been so busy with trades. This has been one of the best years to trade options. I think it's going to stay that way with the volatility and with all the geopolitical headlines and stuff like that. But I will try to be back in another couple weeks. Again, it's almost 3:30 in the morning, but a long weekend, a lot of updates, a lot of trading, a lot of research, a lot of charts. But hopefully, y'all have got a good idea on how I look for trades and what I've got coming up. So keep those in mind, plus the other 2 that I have on the watch list, Schlumberger and Apache. I kind of like those trades too. So those are ones we are probably going to move up. Until next time, we'll see you later.